While the zoo is reopening, it is still facing a huge financial challenge after being shut down for several weeks. To help out, KMTV and the Scripps Howard Foundation made a $5,000 contribution to the zoo's emergency support fund on Friday. The fund helps pay for everything from food and care for the animals to repairs and salaries for employees. The Scripps Howard Foundation provides funds to stations owned by Scripps to contribute to worthwhile causes in their communities. KMTV Vice President and General Manager Larry Forsgren presented the check to President and CEO of the Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium, Dennis Pate. Pate said the emergency fund is critical right now because of the zoo's current financial situation.
We normally have contingency funds and other funds that take care of all those things. We don't have that anymore. We used it all to sustain ourselves through the last 11 weeks. So that emergency fund, that $5,000 that Scripps donated, will accumulate in that fund, and it'll help be our insurance policy against unexpected things that break down.
While the donation will help, the zoo still needs your help as well. If you would like to contribute to the emergency fund, you can find a link to the donation site on our website, 3newsnow.com. With so much tension in Omaha over the weekend and around the world for the past several months, it's good to see a staple in the community reopening its doors. Reporter Jessica Eitzen visited the Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium today and tells us what guests can expect.
After 11 weeks of being closed because of the coronavirus pandemic, the Henry Dorley Zoo and Aquarium welcomed back guests on Monday, though there were a few changes from the last time guests were there.
We basically have created a one-way safari for our guests that requires a time-ticketed entry, and so that's the biggest change that we have in our Phase 1 opening.
That one-way safari is marked with social distancing reminders and goes through the Africa and Asia section of the zoo. Here guests can see some of their favorite animals and a few new additions.
We've got a couple new animals out there. So we've got two lesser kudu. We actually have two boys named Portillo and Whitaker. These guys are found in Eastern Africa. They're an antelope species, not too, unlike our impala. So typically when you look out there, you'll see them hanging out near the impala, kind of behaving in a similar way. So it's definitely something you guys are going to want to come check out.
Masks are not required to enter the park, but are encouraged. Hand sanitizer is available along with places to grab some food and drinks, and restrooms are available for single or family use. One family said that they enjoyed the extra precautions and the smaller crowds today.
Oh, we were excited. We were using the safari a lot in the meantime, but we love the zoo. We come at least once a week during the summer, so it's great to be able to come back.
Though there were many animals that came out to welcome guests, some are still waiting to be reacquainted with the public, as buildings such as the aquarium and the Desert Dome are closed to follow state guidelines. Most shows and play areas are closed at this time, with the exception of the carousel.
We're excited to be open. We're hopeful that people will purchase memberships. Those are very important to us at this point in time. 91% of our revenues come from guest visitation. So we're excited to have people back out and really happy to be open again.
Jessica Eitzen, 3 News Now.
The zoo estimates the route will take a couple hours to complete, ending at the north entrance. You can buy both tickets and memberships at omahazoo.com.